What's good, y'all? It's your boy Mixtape Muff. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button, as that is all greatly appreciated. But today I'm going to hit y'all with my thoughts on this new project from Planet Asia and Apollo Brown entitled Sardines. Planet Asia, PA Medallions. He is this unsung West Coast veteran MC repping Fresno, California, and he's known for his razor sharp, scientific, esoteric lyricism. This time around, Planet Asia has reunited with the legendary Detroit beatsmith Apollo Brown. Now, these two made magic back in 2017 with their Anchovies project, which was pretty well received. Now, of course, with Apollo Brown, you are going to get the full musical experience when he is on the boards. I'm talking the beat shifts, the instrumental outros, and the rare movie samples. And it's not a stretch to say that Apollo Brown is sitting at the table with some of the producer greats. But this new project, Sardines, it contains 14 songs lasting approximately 46 minutes. With that being said, let me go ahead and just hit y'all with this track-by-track breakdown. The opener, Bird Food, is just an instrumental to set the mood. We get this soothing vintage sample with that record cackling effect that you can expect from Apollo Brown. The first track, Get the Dough Off, has this off-kilter bass guitar. It's a drumless, eccentric vibe that I'm somewhat on the fence about, but I did like the Raekwon vocal sample on the hook. But Planet Asia is killing it. He raps, "We used to Cuba link it with the Tan Wallies, now it's Hirachis and Air Maxes, anchovies, no relation to pizza. My ghostwriter is Reefer, rolled in a leaf, I'm pumping Mona Lisa through the speaker." Track 3, Panama the Sun with Marv Won, has a psychedelic guitar riff, this quirky and somewhat of a chopped and screwed like hook that I feel did add some flavor to the beat, but it's still a slower mid-tempo track at the end of the day. I guess you could call it a banger somehow. It's a cool and different kind of track that did grow on me with repeated listens, and the Detroit spitter Marv Won had a pretty solid, witty verse. The following song, Stones, is set to a bare bones soul sample that's gorgeous. Planet Asia is flowing marvelously over this heavenly sample, getting a little introspective and transparent as well. He raps, "I'm the energy it takes to be great, and you ain't gotta be gimmicky. It's effed up when your day ones get finicky. Envy is the disease yet to be proven clinically." Yeah, smooth track with Planet Asia, dropping some jewels, and Apollo Brown was in his bag with this sample. After this is Fly Anomalies, which has a darker, mystical beat that reminds me a bit of some older Alchemist meets Evanescence production. The keys have a real elegant but dark feel to them that I like, but it's a slower tempo beat overall. On this one, Planet Asia, he's urging folks to not be confused by the monsters and the evils that may try to trip us up. He states, "Surrounded by the offspring with old money, my lineage is from ancient kings, comedic mummies, faded up sharp, a raider of the lost ark. The cloud was dark and then lightning spark, ratchet and righteous art." Following this is the mesmerizing track, Wizardry, featuring Tri-State of Durag Dynasty, and this has an otherworldly flute-like beat that's very dreamy. In Asia, he is performing his lyrical wizardry. He states, "I'm not an MC, I'm simply technology, a human experience in the matrix. My mind controls the realm like a PlayStation. I'm on tour and not a vacation." This is one of those tracks that sounds magical and will likely take you someplace creatively. Next is Jungle Juice, where we get some drumless soul chops that are pretty angelic. In Planet Asia, he's rapping hard over this softer soul production. He's calling out the whack MCs and the weirdo record execs. The subsequent song, Wide Awake, it might contain my least liked beat on the project. The lounge-like drumless instrumental did scream Alchemist, but not necessarily the style of Alchemist beats that I love. I mean, Planet Asia is doing his thing, and the beat technically isn't bad. It's just not a track that I would probably go back to. But the following, Acid Rain with Sick Jacket, has one of my favorite instrumentals. I like the eerie organ and haunting vocal sample. Planet Asia is really bodying this beat, flowing in a good pocket, just flexing his precise wordplay, and Sick Jacket didn't disappoint either. Track 10, Peas and Onions, it works in an attractive nocturnal sample into the mix creatively with Planet Asia's bars. And with this record, he's basically talking about being this thorough individual in all that he does, whether it's rhyming, making money, grinding, or providing for family. Track 11, Broad Dayin', is backed by spooky organs and a faint soul sample that did give me strong Wu-Tang vibes. On here, Planet Asia was in lyrical spaz mode, reminding us that he will broad day someone with his penmanship. After this is 88 S-Curl with Ty Ferris, and it does have my favorite soul sample on the album. I recall hearing this sample years ago, and I loved it, so it was great that it was used again, especially with Planet Asia and Ty Ferris doing it ill back and forth over it. The second and last track is Bazookas, which has some twinkling bells. It's a chilly West Coast boom bap vibe overall, and still a bit eerie. Here, he is once again slaughtering the whack MC, so as a whole, a dope head nodding track. Then this project wraps up with Can You Believe It, and it ends the album on an illustrious note. This has a sublime, almost credits rolling type of instrumental with that Superfly movie sample at the beginning. And with this one, Planet Asia is reflecting on his come up and his humble beginnings. Definitely a cool way to close out the project. So overall, I'm gonna give this project a rating of 4 mics. I'd say it is a worthy successor to Anchovies, and a project that is likely Planet Asia's strongest in recent memory. It's a good album that I would describe as a slow burn, because when I first heard it, I could tell that it was good and very well produced, but it was a slower tempo and almost methodical in its pacing. Therefore, it might not appeal to some listeners who wanted maybe more bangers. In addition, Apollo Brown did keep the drums to a minimum a bit more on this project, which might not be everyone's cup of tea. That being said, the production is still exquisite and up to par with Apollo Brown standards. And Planet Asia brought his A game here, really carving out some razor sharp, clever, and intelligent bars to go with Apollo Brown's dreamy, soulful backdrops. My favorite tracks include Panama Sun, Stones, Wizardry, Acid Rain, Peas and Onions, Broad Dayin', 88 S-Curl, and Bazooka. Let me know your thoughts on this project in the comment section below. It's your boy Mixtape Moth. I'm signing out, but as always, is peace and blessings. Planet Asia, Apollo Brown, Sardines, 1.